So there was something that happened recently that kind of got me a little bit worried about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first. It's a great peer-to-peer transaction system. It is decentralized for the most part. But I'm going to tell you something that happened recently. So in China, what happened is that they actually were able to cut off about 40% of the total mining power, and they were able to do this because China has control of a lot of where the miners are. A lot of the mining that in cryptocurrency, the machines that are actually churning and validating the transactions, a lot of those are happening in China. And, we all know that China's not the best with rights and with respecting people's rights. But at the same time, it's something to really think about. If a lot of the mining is done in a country such as China, how can we really rely on that in the future as far as this being the decentralized peer-to-peer transactional form of currency for the masses or for the whole? And this is something that I think is going to be extremely problematic as things get further and further along. If so much of the hash rate or so much of the actual transactions are being controlled by miners in China, who's to say that this won't happen again in the future? Or who's to say that they won't make this permanent in the future? And if that happens, we're going to lose so much of the actual mining ability that it might actually affect the network negatively. Now, why do I think that this is problematic? And what do I think is the solution? Well, I think that a solution could be a proof of stake model. And that's something that Ethereum is moving towards. And even though I'm still super bullish on Bitcoin, I love Bitcoin. Most of my personal portfolio is Bitcoin, and it probably will be in the future. I still think this is cause for concern. I don't think that, I know there's a lot of people who are Bitcoin maximalists or people who, swear by Bitcoin, and that's perfectly fine. But I still think this is something that should cause alarm, and that should be cause for concern. I'm not someone who's sold on any one thing. I just love this space in general. I think it provides a lot of opportunity for a lot of people. And I really want to just get more people involved in this space. But I also want to be very honest and open with what I feel about where the direction of some of these things are going and some of the dangers and some of the pitfalls that may be coming down in the future. Now, with Ethereum, and it has its own issues right now, especially with the transaction fees. I think that the long-term prospect of having so many developers and moving to that proof of stake model will long-term be more beneficial, because a lot of people are going to be validating this Ethereum network through that proof of stake model. I personally have been staking on different protocols for a while now, and it's extremely easy, even if you don't have the recommended number to run as some type of node validator. They have other ways for you to get involved that don't necessarily involve that type of commitment. So with that being said, I wanted to really talk about just that little aspect of Bitcoin potentially being an issue in the distant future. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm just one person, and I'm just basing it off of a couple of articles that I read. So if you are someone who, might be a Bitcoin maximalist or might want to try to convince me otherwise, please leave a comment below. I'd love to continue the discussion and the conversation. As always, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys again here real soon.